What is good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this, I want to talk about something very important that Kathy Wood said about Tesla. She has a very, very bullish price target in the 3100s. She's going to break down exactly why and she believes that. So I want to give you guys a presentation on that. I'll also talk about what I see happening to the long-term future of Tesla in my personal opinion. But before I begin to tell all this information, before I get into any more details, let me just mention a couple of things. I am personally not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Webull link, which is down below and in the description. If we sign up for Webull and deposit $500, you're guaranteed 20 free stocks. And the offer ends very soon in just about 5 days. Anyways, for Tesla, for the short term, I just want to make this very clear that Tesla's currently in the 170s. We've seen some downside, we've seen some upside, but once again, Tesla's very undervalued compared to where it was in the past. Tesla's been on a big downtrend because of all these different things that are affecting the share price. The market is very forward looking, and the market knows that, interest rates have been going up and it's affecting the EV sector. And, these shorts love to be very relentless on Tesla. They love to really short this thing. They love to just break down the share price. Tesla is known for being one of the most shorted stocks on the market. So that's why it's been just absolutely crumbling for the last couple of years. But despite that, instead of kind of panicking like the rest of the crowd, instead of being very scared, thinking Tesla's done for and this and that, I want to make it very clear that I have a very, very different view because I look at things very differently. I don't see a big loss. I don't see a bad company. I see opportunity. I think this is a very, very big opportunity for many years to come because when you look at what Cathie Wood is projecting and her pragmatic predictions, things are very, very bright for Tesla's future, especially after what Elon Musk said over the last couple of days. So I'm a big bull for Tesla. I'm a massive, massive bull, and I think there's going to be a big run coming. So for the short term, what do I see? Let me just give you guys one quick analysis of this before I break down the long term. Short term, if Tesla does get a little dip going into next week, we have to try to hold above 168. As long as we hold above that, we could try to rebound back into the 180s. And there's still an inverse head and shoulders setup. It's still valid, and there's a good chance this will play out as long as Tesla gets to see what we want. As long as we don't break 168, right? For the long term, I just want to make it very clear that, like I said, Tesla has the potential to go to the thousands, but whether or not that happens could depend on the timing of different things. So it is going to go to the thousands, in my opinion. I just don't know if it's going to take 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years. That's very difficult to predict because it depends on so many different factors. But Kathy Wood is saying that this thing is going to 2,600 per share is her expected value, and her bull case is 3,100 per share based off what she's saying. So I want to break down why she's saying this. What is her point and reasoning behind this? So Kathy Wood is saying, once again, the expected value is 2,600. That is what we expect for Tesla by 2029. That's within 5 years, getting an over 1,000% return on investment. Within 5 years, the bearish case is $2,000 per share, and the bullish case is 3,100 per share. So she breaks everything down very simply. You guys can see it right over here. This is the expected value. This is under the probability if we end up getting like a lot of these developments. If there's no autonomy that comes, we have a price target of about 350 a share, if not higher than that. But if anything, Tesla still has the autonomy, and I'm very confident they're going to get that out of the way. Tesla will achieve that. I'm very confident they will too. I just don't know about the timing. That's the only thing that's very tricky. ARK estimates that nearly 90% of Tesla's enterprise value and earnings will be attributed to the robotaxi business in 2029 from her different projections. You guys can see it right over here. This is all coming from ARK. So right here, her main reasoning is that Tesla's not just going to rally because of EVs, but because of the robotaxi. She's projecting that 63% of the revenue may come from just the robotaxi alone, and most of the revenue is going to come from EVs and the robotaxi. However, if you account for the longer term future, it could be as much as 88% of their overall growth, and the 88% of the revenue could come from just the robotaxi business, whereas 9% would just come from their overall EVs in the more bullish case, and that could bring the revenue up to over the trillions. That's the more bullish case. That would be absolutely insane. And she thinks that's going to really help this thing really start to soar. So, one catalyst for Tesla is the fact that EV sales are continuing to grow. That's happening in the US and China, all over the world. And that's part of why Tesla is once again very, very bullish. So, Tesla has a big share in this business, and that's going to continue to grow as time goes on. On top of this, you have to account for other things. Tesla also has more models coming out and such, so I want to talk about that a little bit later. Kathy Wood is saying that in the bearish case, okay, for 2029, Tesla, if they sell only 5.8 million cars, Okay, that's going to still project over $250 billion in revenue. And then the AI revenue for the autonomous driving, that's going to also bring in another 600 billion from the robotaxi. $600 billion from that is going to be absolutely huge, very, very bullish. That's going to bring the market cap for Tesla up to $7 trillion. So it says it down here, $7 trillion right up here for a $2,000 price target, which is absolutely insane. The bullish case, so that was the bearish case. $2,000 is their target. That's the bearish case. The bullish case, we actually have them selling 14.4 million cars by 2029. Whether we get to close to 6 million in the bearish case or 14.4 million in the bullish case depends on how much Tesla could scale, gigafactories, and a bunch of different things. But once again, guys, Tesla has so much growth potential, and I can't wait to see them achieve numbers like this. It is possible we actually achieve 10 million or plus by 2029. That's still many years away, and there's so much Tesla could just do in 1 year. So if we do just 14.4 million or that many cars being sold, that'll generate $394 billion in revenue and close to $1 trillion in revenue from just the robo taxis. So that's going to be a big factor in this. Her expected value is still nonetheless going to be $3,100 for the bullish case. But at the very least, that would put the expected value at about 2,600 at the very least is what she's predicting. And then we also have a market cap, of about $11 trillion. That's also very possible if we end up breaking these records. But you have to remember that this is based off AI autonomous driving assumptions, okay? Under the assumption, she's assuming that the Tesla robotaxi is coming out within the next 2 years. There's a 58% chance, in her opinion, it's going to come out next year, and 38% chance it comes out by 2026, 4% chance by 2027, and there's a much smaller chance it's going to take that long. So there are simulations based off the robotaxi commercialization it's going to come out within 2 years. That's actually a very, very good chance. And then the probability of them failing to launch the robotaxi within 5 years is also very, very slim. So they're projecting within 2 years, the robotaxi is going to be out. That's what they're seeing according to the research. With that potentially happening, that's going to be very, very bullish. Now, while unlikely, if they were to eliminate the possibility of a robotaxi network from their model, their price target would be 350 a share, is what they're saying, which is still very bullish, still going to double. But once again, they're saying that's very, very unlikely. On top of this, when you look at the autonomous miles to run rate, Tesla has way more autonomous miles. We're talking about billions of them, which is very bullish. Miles per crash. If you look at the surface streets only, Teslas go way longer in FSD without crashing compared to the average humans driving compared to other things. So people tend to forget how advanced FSD is and how safe it tends to be. It's not perfect though, but it does tend to avoid accidents. Optimus is also very, very bullish. They're not really accounting for this. They're just assuming that Optimus will have a minimal impact on their price target for now. This is without doing that. But they're saying that the Optimus robot represents a $24 trillion global revenue opportunity at scale. Stationary energy storage is also going to be another big business that's growing. You guys can see right over here as the EV growth is continuing. And there are other business models like FSD and other things like that. So, what is my view of all of this? Well, it depends on if Tesla could achieve robotaxi and launch it within 2 years, because there's gonna be regulations they have to go through, a lot of policies and such. If they do achieve it within 2 years, I think yes, Tesla's gonna go to the thousands pretty quickly, and there's gonna be trillions in revenue coming. I do agree with her on this, but this assumes that the robotaxi comes out that soon. I don't know how long it's gonna take. I don't know if it's gonna take 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. I don't know. Now, another thing is you have to consider that her price target may not sufficiently account for everything. Elon Musk said that the Optimus robot can make Tesla a $25 trillion company. And he's saying that that's because of the fact that he believes there are going to be more Optimus bots than humans. He believes there's going to be a lot of growth coming from this opportunity. And he believes that there's going to be a lot of achievements of Tesla that are going to be absolutely insane. He's saying that there should be about 1,000 Optimus robots working at the Gigafactory within a year. He mentioned that there's going to be a lot of growth that AI will be driving, and with AI companions that could be used for different things, from companionship to learning different tasks that could be repeated, it's going to be absolutely a game changer for Tesla. And Musk is actually saying that the Optimus robot is going to be a bigger revenue source for them. Now, let's assume Kathy Wood is wrong. What if we don't get the robotaxi? I'm still bullish on Tesla nonetheless. Why? Because their sales growth is going to be spectacular. Their gigafactories are continuing to expand. We're going to see more and more EVs as time goes on, as EV sales are continuing to grow overall. And we're going to continue to see a lot more growth in Tesla as they have new vehicles coming out, new gigafactories. Tesla is showing that they have three mysterious vehicles that are covered up for now, but they're going to be unveiled soon. This may include the Robotaxi, the $25,000 affordable EV, maybe a van, and a bunch of other things. So if we get the Robotaxi very soon, within 2 years, I think Tesla's going to absolutely rock it. If Kathy Wood is wrong and we don't get it that soon, it's going to take longer for Tesla to absolutely rock it. But other factors such as new models, Tesla's growth overall, FSD developments that could also help Tesla. Not to mention their energy storage and Optimus robots. All these different things could help Tesla grow quite a bit, anyways, regardless of their robo taxi. So that still makes me bullish on Tesla nonetheless. And I still think Tesla can still break all-time highs by the time Kathy Wood is talking about 2029 without the robo taxi. So with the robo taxi, the thousands per share becomes very possible. It's a very, very bullish business model, and Tesla's betting on this. Tesla's working tirelessly every single day to develop this. What makes it more achievable for Tesla is the fact that all of their vehicles work collectively. So Tesla has a fleet of millions. I think they're at 6 million. They're getting closer to 7 million. Maybe later on this year, they're going to achieve 7 million vehicles in total. The vehicles capture data and then they send the data to one base. The data that's sent to the base is what gives them the capabilities. That's where the machines are constantly learning. And that's what makes things very, very bullish for Tesla nonetheless. So, that being said, guys, I want to thank you all so much for listening. Hopefully, this video was very insightful and very, very useful. And I want to make it very clear that I'm a massive Tesla bull for the long term, regardless of Robotaxi or not. But I personally believe, I have faith in Tesla, and I think the Robotaxi will work out. So, Kathy Wood is betting on the Robotaxi to come out within 2 years or very, very soon to make this target possible. That's what her bet is on. And there's a good chance that she could be right. She was right when people least expected it. And we'll see what happens in the next 2 years. I'm going to just wait for August when Elon Musk makes those big announcements about Tesla's Robotaxi. So that's going to be very pivotal for the company moving forward. With that being said, I want to thank you all so much for listening. Please have an absolutely spectacular rest of the day, and I'll see you guys very soon on the next one. Thank you for listening, guys. I appreciate every single one of you, and peace out.